Hello everybody, I'm Kjell. I head up the partnerships at Volta Trucks, and today I am delighted to welcome you to the launch of the Volta Zero. This is not just the beginning of the Volta Zero story, it is a significant progress in the electric mobility worldwide. As the heads of partnership, I speak daily to people and organizations that drive this whole ideology of sustainable transportation. I am personally delighted that so many of you are joining us today to witness the arrival of our production journey. I would like to thank our growing list of customers that trust us every day to be their support in their transition to electrification. Today is the day that we introduce the power of the idea of zero. Zero emissions for sustainable cities that we at Volta Trucks are charging forward to achieve. And of course, the Volta Zero, our very first vehicle. Today, we will hear from our co-founder, executives, partners, and customers. And now, I am thrilled to announce our very first speaker. There is no one better to tell us today about the very beginning of the Volta Trucks story. I am very pleased to announce one of our co-founders, Carl Magnus Norden.
Thank you, Carla, and welcome everyone. Wow, what a fantastic day this is to present the Volta Zero to the world. First, let's take one step back. Why are we doing this? Why are we here today? We have set out on a journey to accelerate change to a fossil-free world. Not change far in the future, not 2030, not 2045, but now, right now, as soon as possible. We want to fight climate change, reduce CO2, reduce noise, reduce accidents, and make our cities safer for bikers and pedestrians. At the same time, we want to build the best truck for drivers and the most efficient truck for fleet operators. That has been our ambition from the beginning. So Volta Trucks, the company, what is the soul and purpose of Volta Trucks? Volta Trucks should be a different truck company. Our trucks should not be threatening, not noisy, not intimidating, but we want to be friendly, transparent, and progressive. Our trucks should fit perfectly into the human-centric cities of tomorrow. The cities made for people, not for cars, not for trucks. The cities everyone wants to live in. And then Volta Zero. Volta Zero is made for inner city distribution where the pain of diesel is the biggest. In less than 15 months, we have gone from the first drawings to the Volta Zero that you will see today. And we will continue to press on, to accelerate and move forward very fast. We have done this in record time thanks to an incredible team effort. I also want to thank our very supportive customers that have given us their great insight and feedback during our design and development process. And I must say, our customer reception has been fantastic. Rob is telling me that we already have taken pre-orders for delivery in 2022. That's amazing. So finally, as founder of Volta Trucks, I want to thank you all and hand over to Carla and Rob to describe the Volta Zero more in detail. Thank you for attending today and welcome on board our journey into the future.
Thank you, Carl Magnus. Thank you for starting our journey, and thank you today for outlining your vision of a sustainable, electrified, and safe transport. The Volta Zero is clearly a beautiful vehicle, but behind the form, there is function. I am delighted to introduce the designer of this outstanding vehicle. This is Carsten Astheimer. Carsten, welcome.
The design of the Volta Zero reflects the values of the brand. Firstly, it's friendly. The vehicle needs to serve the urban community. It's purposeful, and the design is where technology meets nature. So it's futuristic, but sustainable. Designing a complete electric truck has given us a large amount of design freedom. By removing the traditional internal combustion engine from the front of the vehicle, we were able to put the powertrain and the batteries in the ladder chassis underneath the body, which has given the ability to have almost complete freedom of the design of the cabin of the truck. And we went about this design with three key priorities: safety, efficiency, and we wanted to create the best in-class cabin environment for the driver. So safety for the driver, but also for vulnerable road users. And we optimize the safety by maximizing direct visibility and minimizing the cognitive overload. The efficiency of the vehicle is created by having a central driving position, and the driver can access the vehicle both on left and right hand sides with quick sliding doors and an ergonomic ingress and egress. And lastly, the interior of the cabin is light and spacious, and we've used a natural palette of colors, materials, and finishes. So we've achieved our objective of creating a truck for a cleaner, safer tomorrow.
Thank you, Karsten. You've achieved a beautiful design. We would like to welcome the UK's Transport Minister, Rachel McLean. Thank you very much today for giving us the UK's government perspective on the importance of zero emissions in the truck sector.
I am delighted to have the opportunity to celebrate today's launch of the Volta Zero. As the UK recovers from the coronavirus pandemic, we have an unprecedented opportunity to build back greener, to not only make our economy more resilient against future shocks, but to make our air cleaner and carbon emissions lower. To achieve these goals, we're going to need the best minds in British engineering to help us. And today we have a great example of some of the fantastic technological ingenuity and creativity this country has to offer right here in front of us. The Volta Zero is a brilliant illustration of how the UK is blazing a trail in transport decarbonisation innovation. In fact, I'm told this truck is a world first. It's the only purpose-built, fully electric, large commercial vehicle designed specifically for inner-city freight and parcel distribution. It's not only a major boost to the logistics industry, but it also signifies a major advance in the fight against climate change, as the fully electrified vehicle marks a step change in the development of green logistics technology. And it's real progress towards the government's 2050 net zero carbon goals. We're seeing the first shoots of the country's green recovery, driven by the private enterprise, but also by the determination of government. That commitment is underlined by the range of unprecedented measures to cut transport-related carbon emissions that we've announced in recent months. From our groundbreaking transport decarbonisation plan, which lays out how we're going to cut emissions from every kind of transport, to our support for the market in zero and low emission vehicles, including the plug-in van grant, which is worth up to £20,000. Also, our £20 million investment into the low-emission freight and logistics trial, which supports R&D into a range of low-emission freight technologies. The actions today will help build a cleaner, greener, more prosperous tomorrow for this country. I'll round off by congratulating Volta Trucks for the enormous progress they've made on our journey towards safer and more sustainable logistics. This is a significant moment for the UK's movement towards a zero-emission future that will benefit us all.
Now, before we fully reveal the Volta Zero and begin a new era of sustainable transport, I would like to welcome our CEO, Rob Fowler.
Thank you, Carla, both for hosting today and the incredible work you do for us as a company. Today is a huge day for Volta Trucks as a company. Air quality is a growing crisis around the world, and governments, citizens, society, consumers and customers are all striving to change. We want to decarbonise transport and improve the quality of life for people living in city centres. The Volta Trucks team, its partners and stakeholders have worked incredibly hard over the past 18 months to 2 years. And it's an enormous day for us as a corporation and a group of individuals who have come together to develop an outstanding electric vehicle which we believe is going to change the face of logistics in the future. This is the moment that we've all been waiting for, the unveiling of the world's first Volta Zero. This is the Volta Zero, not just a 16-ton electric truck, but a solution for logistics providers to provide the zero-emission future in city centres that we all so badly want. I'd like to take this opportunity to talk to you about some of the advanced technology that we have in the Volta Zero, not just around electrification, but safety, sustainability, and our unique truck-as-a-service proposition, which enables the change for logistics companies. I'd like to start by talking about electrification. The Volta Zero is capable of delivering between 150 and 200 kilometres of range in real-world environments. We can do this by specifying the battery to meet our customers' requirements for the mileages that they really do in urban locations. To allow us to do this, we have an innovative new e-axle. This e-axle gives us the efficiency that we need to provide our customers both with a great solution in terms of design, but also in terms of real-world operation. The Volta Zero is about so much more than electrification. For decades, the design of trucks has remained the same, and they continue to be involved in far too many fatalities and serious accidents inside city centres. These accidents affect the lives of individuals permanently, and it's simply not acceptable anymore. By bringing the driver forward of the front axle and lower, putting the driver at eye height and giving them a 220-degree field of vision. This allows the driver to have a completely different experience, to have an improved vision all around the vehicle. And we can provide the driver with the latest hardware and software technology to enable them to drive safely in the highly populated city centres they operate. Sustainability is at the very core of Volta as a company, not just offering a product with zero tailpipe emissions, but thinking about the entire construction of the vehicle. The Volta Zero is constructed using flax composite panels. These use 75% less carbon dioxide in their production. This means that our product is grown in the field and can be disposed of more easily. The product has been developed in conjunction with the European Space Agency, and the Volta Zero is the very first vehicle to utilise this technology on the road. I've already talked about the three core pillars of Volta Trucks: safety, sustainability, and electrification. But I want to share with you some of the key details and specification points of the Volta Zero. In terms of dimensions, the vehicle is 3.45 metres high, 9.46 metres long, and 2.55 metres wide. This gives the vehicle 37.7 cubic metres of load space, It's able to take 16 Euro pallets aligned side by side, one of the only vehicles on the market to do this. On top of that, with a payload of 8.6 tons, there's very little product that this vehicle can't move into a city. By having such great payload statistics and volume performance, the vehicle can contribute towards taking smaller vehicles off the road, pulling traffic together and volume together into one vehicle, meaning fewer vehicles, less congestion, and better lives for people living in cities. Now, to borrow a phrase from Steve Jobs, there is one more thing. Volta Trucks has created a proposition called Truck as a Service. Truck as a Service is designed to accelerate the electrification of commercial vehicles. I personally spent years in previous roles understanding how you deploy large amounts of commercial electric vehicles onto fleets. And the truth is it's difficult. There's a lot to learn about, whether it be charging, installation, maintenance, servicing, driver training, and anything else that goes with electrification. And we recognise that logistics operators who want to decarbonise transport and accelerate electrification need our help and support. So Truck as a Service is a key enabler of our product. We want to visit operators and we want to provide them not just a truck, but we want to provide them with everything that they need to deploy electric vehicles. The key point for us is we want to support our customers on this journey, to help them understand the challenges of electrification, but to also allow them to concentrate on their core business of logistics, leaving the other challenges to Volta.
Joining us now is Frederik Linsvik, Director of Business Planning at Briggen Posten. Frederik was one of the very first Volta Trucks customers and shares Volta's vision of a safe and sustainable transport. Thank you, Frederik.
Hi, my name is Frederik Lindqvist and I work for Posten Bring in Norway, Denmark and Sweden. Thank you so much for inviting me to this awesome launch of the Volta truck. Posten Bring is one of the largest mail, parcels and logistics operators in the Nordics with a wide range of services. We are super excited about our upcoming trial with the Volta truck. Bring wants to be a world leader in making transport climate friendly. By 2025, all our vehicles and buildings will be emission neutral. To reach that goal, partnering up with companies like Volta Trucks are crucial. To be the first pilot user of a Volta truck in Scandinavia sends a clear message of our sustainability intent, and we look forward to a good collaboration to develop the emission-free trucks of the future. As in the rest of the world, our cities in the Nordics are growing larger and larger and are more and more adapted to pedestrians and bikes. This creates an exciting challenge for us as a logistics provider. E-commerce is growing year by year, and during the COVID-19 situation, volumes has rocketed. We deliver both parcels and heavier goods to consumers, either to the home or through a wide service point network in the Nordics. To do this in a sustainable way, we need to add larger CO2-free vehicles to our fleet. The Volta truck fits perfectly into this situation, as it is built from the ground up as an electric vehicle adapted for urban distribution. Over 30% of our fleet is already electric, and Volta trucks are an important part to adapt our larger vehicles. And also, it looks amazing. We really look forward to this cooperation, and we cannot wait to get to see and try out this vehicle in real life. Thank you so much, and I hope that you will have a great launch.
As we come to the end of the launch, I'd like to take a moment to thank everybody watching for taking the time to engage with Volta Trucks as a company. Today I hope to share with you both the 3 pillars that our company is built upon, but also details of a Volta Zero. And we genuinely believe as a group of people that we have the opportunity to contribute to the decarbonisation of transport and improving air quality with a fundamental goal of improving cities for residents and visitors. This is not just about our generation, this is about making the world better for future generations. And while Volta Trucks may be a small piece of the puzzle, we hope to be a significant contributor to making the world better in the future. Thank you to my team, thank you to our stakeholders, our partners and our investors for their ongoing support. Delighted that you've had the time to share with us today, and I really believe we are on the start of a journey which will lead somewhere great for everybody on the planet. Thank you.